Welcome back once again to this channel. The Dalits are coming. This is the poem that I am going to discuss here, and I will take merely about 10 or 12 minutes to complete the entire video. And I will tell here everything, every nuances will be discussed of this poem. So if you are new, just subscribe this channel, because in this video there are many videos which will be helpful in your preparation for your exam. Even if you are preparing for your NT examination, you can surely subscribe this channel, because there are many question answer series that will surely help you. So let's begin the poem The Dalits Are Coming. But before going into the poem, like one thing we need to understand who are Dalit and why they are called Dalit. Simply, Dalit means those community who are downtrodden. And the term Dalit is actually taken from Sanskritic word Dalita, which means downtrodden. And it is the religious scriptures, it is the Manusmriti, where it is clearly said that the Dalits are low-born community, and they don't have the capability, they don't have the right to own property, and even to have cattle or jewelry as their own, and even they cannot roam freely. So imagine that religious scripture which are imposing such type of discrimination. The discrimination are surely cornering a group of people into darkness. Here, the poet Siddalingaiah is clearly asserting that the days of religious scriptures have gone. It is the Dalit community who are now raising their voices, and they are now clamoring for equality, and they are not demanding their equality. Here this poem is in fact celebrating the Dalits voices and their emancipation from all kind of oppressive mechanism. In fact, they are not trying to slacken the shackles of the oppressive mechanism that the upper class people quite tactfully framed to keep those people under their foot. So let's begin what is there in the poem. The Dalits are coming, step aside, hand over the reins, let them rule. This is the first two line. Here the poet is giving a warning to the upper class people that the Dalits are coming. And now you, the upper class people, leave the place, step aside, and hand over the ruling power to the Dalit community, so that they can rule, so that they can make a rule where no kind of discrimination will be ever. The Dalit community who faced all kind of torture, who have seen the facet of all kind of tortures, surely they will not make some rules and regulations so that any kind of people can again go through the path of discrimination. So therefore they are now going to make a rule that there will be everyone equal. Minds are burning with countless dreams. Slogans like thunder and lightning. In the language of earthquakes, here comes the Dalit procession, writing history with their fate. And whenever the Dalit community, Dalit people are coming out from their circumcised condition, from their darkness, from their oppressive condition, now they have in their mind some burning ideas, and how they will come out from their situation, how they will live in proximity with the upper class people, how they will create a society, create a civilization where everyone will be equal. So such type of burning ideas are in their mind, and so therefore the poet is saying that burning with countless dreams, their minds are brimming with dreams, and they, if they are materialized, surely the entire civilization will be quite peaceful. Slogans like thunder and lightning. Just remember the two. Remember the two words, thunder and lightning. These two words sound actually make everyone frightened. Here, the Dalit community are sloganing whenever they are marching ahead. That means that whenever they are marching to gain the power, they are actually making some slogan, and the slogan is quite clamorous, quite full of noise, as if it will surely frighten the upper class people who have so long been overpowering the Dalit community. In the language of earthquake, and their slogan is filled with the sparkle of language. there is devastation, as if they are going to destroy the all kind of inequality, all kind of discrimination. Earthquakes has the power to destroy every houses, and as if the earthquake is playing the role of equaling every houses, whether the house is a skyscraper or a hut. Whenever there is a earthquake, every houses are demolished and they come into the ground. Similarly here, their language will destroy all kind of mechanism. Here comes the Dalit procession, writing with their feet. Here the Dalit procession is coming, and they will build a new history, and they will write their history with their own feet. That means that with their own labor they will make another history. Here feet is in fact the symbol of labor, symbol of toilsome existence or existential struggle. The Dalit community, with their struggle, with their toil, with their hard labor, they will write down history, and this history will not have any kind of discriminating element. Rather, there will be equality and a fraternity. Into the dump go gods and gurus, down the drain go the lawn makers. Into the dumps go gods and gurus. So here the gods and gurus, which guru are those sannyasi or Brahmin class community who framed many rules and regulations. And you all know that Saran Kumar Limbale has also shown many rules and regulations which are in fact framed in favor of the Brahmin class community so that they can dominate the lower class people. So those gurus and gods, even the Lord Krishna, where he says that the Oti Sudra or the Dalit community are bound to live outside of the ghetto or outside of a town. So therefore they have no common amenities to live a comfortable life. Here the Dalit community are no longer going to accept the religious scriptures and are not going to take the decree of the gurus or Brahmin classes, and they will throw down those gods and gurus into the drain because they are the lawmakers. They framed such type of rules and regulations. On a path they struck for themselves, marched the Dalits in procession. On the path they are going on, and marched the Dalit in procession, and they are now marching in long procession as if they are going to achieve the goal that they have so long dreamed to gain. Burning torches in their hands. Burning torches is the symbol of demolishing power. They are now carrying in their hand burning torches to destroy all kind of discrimination. Spark of revolution in their eyes, exploding like balls of fire. If the balls of fire explode, there appears huge devastation. Their hidden suffering, their torture, discrimination, and oppression have now nurtured in their hand to break out in the form of revolution. So therefore in their eyes there is the sparkle of revolution, and their eyes are clearly indicating that they will destroy everything. So upper class people, you must be aware that the Dalit community are coming here, and you must step aside. Unless you do so, then the Dalit community will destroy you. For the thorn bushes of caste and religion, they were as thorns in the side. Now the Dalit community are considering that the bushes, that means that the discriminating power that prick them, that actually hurt the Dalit community, that is caste and religion. So it is the caste system or the religion that inflicted on them all kind of torture, and so therefore they consider the system of caste and religion as thorn of bushes, and they are now considering it as a thorn in the side. So that means that they are not no longer going to pay attention into the system of caste or religion. They will destroy such type of religion and throw aside on the path. They become the sky that looked down at the seven seas that swallowed them. and the overwhelming power of the Dalit community and the large congregation is so much that the poet is saying that they have become a entered sky, and they are now taking control of the seven seas that swallowed them. That means that they are now going to control the entire humanity. Their number is large, and they are now going to control the upper class people, because once the upper class people swallowed them, once the upper class people ruled them, now it is the time of the Dalit community that they have become so much gigantic in nature, and they are now revolting all kinds of oppressive power, and they will surely destroy the upper class people, their rules and regulations. Since Rama's time and Krishna's time, unto the time of the Gandhis, they had bowed low with folded hands. Now they have risen in struggle. And here the poet takes us to the time of Ramayana, where Ramayana was the Lord, and even the Krishna's time in the mythological character in Mahabharata, where we find Krishna. Then, from then on, that means that since the mythological time, and even to the time of Gandhiji, they have bowed low with folded hands. They accepted all kind of decree, all kind of discrimination, and they have obeyed them in a quite submissive way. They have never raised any kind of question mark against all kind of discrimination. Now they have risen in struggle, but now they are not going to accept those type of decree, those type of religious discrimination. Now they are going to struggle against all kind of discriminating power. They will snatch their own right from the hand of the upper class people, and if necessary they will dethrone the upper class people from their ruling position. It grows, it breaks out of its shell, the endless Dalit procession. And now the poet is saying that the procession is now gradually increasing in stature. That means that many people are now getting engaged in the procession. The Dalit community are marching towards achieving the path of equality. So therefore the poet says that it grows. The procession is now becoming large and larger. It breaks out of its shell, the endless Dalit procession. Now the community, the Dalit congregation has become quite large in number, and as if the Dalit community are now breaking all kind of boundary, and they are now marching to own the path of equality, as if they are now breaking all kind of shackles, and they are breaking all kind of boundary. They are breaking all kind of shackles. They are breaking all kind of boundary to gain their own right. Bullets for bullets, blood for blood, shoulder to shoulder, lives bound together. Now the Dalit community are not submissive. They are not going to take any kind of order in a bored way or in a folded hands. Rather, they have learned how to use a bullet. If anyone, any upper class people throw a bullet on them, surely the Dalit community will throw a bullet on them. So therefore it is said that a bullet for bullet, blood for blood, shoulder to shoulder, lives bound together. The Dalit community are now going to live together, and they are going to destroy the bullet, even the oppressive power, even all kind of mechanism in a quite smooth way, because they are now living bound together. They are now living together, and they have now congregated to destroy all kind of mechanism. Here bullet or a blood or a shoulder etc are nothing but a mechanism of oppression or mechanism of castigation. Under the flag of Dalit India stood the farmers and workers. As I have mentioned that the congregation, the procession is now becoming larger. So what we find here that the Dalit community are now marching, they are now carrying in their hand a flag, and a flag is the symbol, flag is the emblem of their identity. So what we initially saw that the Dalit community are now marching, and fortunately, not only the Dalit community, rather there comes farmers and workers who also face such type of discrimination. So therefore, they find a certain kind of affinity with the Dalit community. They are now joining in their long procession, and they also think that it is the high time to destroy the hypocrisy of the upper class people. Flowers bloom in every forest. Thousands of birds take flight. The eastern sky turned red. Morning broke for the poor. Flowers bloom in every forest. Thousands of birds take flight. That means that here you have to remember that the forest is here uh, symbolized as the entire Dalit community, and from those Dalit community there comes some person who are full of wisdom. They are considered as great people. They are the leader of the Dalit community. Here the flowers is also symbolized as the leader of Dalit community, and they lead the entire forest. It means that the leader leads the entire Dalit community towards equality. Thousands of birds take flight, and from the forest, many leaders, many small leaders, many youths are now taking their flags. They are now coming out from the forest, and they are now fighting. They are now ready to fight against all kind of discrimination. The eastern sky turned red. Morning broke for the poor. The eastern sky from where the sun rises, it is now red. That means that there is the hope. A new day will begin, and the new sun will indicate that the Dalit community are now on power, and they are now going to set up a governance where everything will be equal. There will be no kind of discrimination. Morning broke for the poor, and this morning will be good. This morning will be beneficial for the poor people, for the oppressed people. The Dalits are coming, step aside. The Dalits have come, give it up. Here the poet again is warning the upper class people as if it is a toll for the upper class people that here the Dalit community are coming. So you, the upper class people, you must leave aside because you have made your government for long time. Now you have no right to make your governance. Rather, it is the Dalit community who will frame up a new governance, who will frame up a new rule of equality. So you, the upper class people, must step aside. The Dalits have come. So here the Dalit people have come into the power. So you, the upper class people, must give it up. You must leave the position. You must leave the position and make arrangements so that the Dalit community can rule quite peacefully.